nothing wrong with you.
Nice of you to say, but you of all people should know there's plenty wrong with me.
All right, welcome everyone to another West Coast Popcast tier list. Today we are delving into comic books. We are doing Batman's Rogue Gallery. We're going to go through and rank all of Batman's villains. We got S-Class, of course. That will be the best of the best. We can rank them there. And then at the end, one villain will be Batman's greatest foe. And of course, we have A, B, C, D, and F for the villains as well. So with me today to help rank these villains, we have Eric. How are you doing, sir?
Doing A-okay. Thank you for asking.
No problem. And Knock, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. It's another great day as a champ.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. All right. Let's get into this right now. We'll start out here with sometimes of a lesser known villain. We have Anarchy. So are you guys familiar with Anarchy?
Yeah, mostly from the video games for me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, same too. He was a very smart kid who was socially awkward, who had a pen pal, and this pen pal was from a poor foreign country, and he learned all about depression and became a villain. Anarchy. Where would you guys rank Anarchy?
You can go ahead and knock.
I'm gonna go ahead and put him in C. Now that I'm thinking on it, there are a few iterations where they changed it up a bit. I remember seeing him in a few of the cartoons, which I thought was a pretty decent look at him. He was all right, but I think he's a C for me.
If I'm only going off of Arkham Knight, I want to give him a D because there's some angsty kid who just wanted to start a revolution. But I'll give him a C.
Yeah, I'll give him a C too. Yeah, I don't know. Just the whole like go against the system kind of thing is overdone. But
yeah.
All right, we'll put him in the C.
Like real life CM Punk is cooler than this.
Pretty much.
Oh man.
All right, next up on the list, we have Azrael, who became the new Batman when Bane broke his back. Knock, do you like Azrael?
I love this guy. I'm giving him A.
Okay.
I don't think he's a true villain, so I'm not gonna put him in the S class. I'm gonna say that for true villains, but it did begin that way. I love all the stuff he has with the Court of Owls, his whole entire lore.
Mm-hmm.
He's an A for me. Really good. And he can keep up with Batman as far as fighting.
That's true. Eric, you like Azrael?
Yeah, I completely agree. Right into the A column. Interesting story. Filled the bat shoes when it was needed. So I like him. I dig him.
Yeah, I agree too. And I like what they're doing right now too. Like you said, the Court of Owls knock.
Yeah.
We'll pop him right up there. All right. Next up, the guy who put Azrael in that spot. Take this guy away from here. Knock.
Here it comes.
You think darkness is your ally? You adopted the dark. I was born in it. I love Bane. Every interpretation, well, except Arnold Schwarzenegger, but every interpretation of Bane has just been amazing. From Dark Knight Rises to Young Justice to original Batman, the comics, the video games. Bane is A class for me. I love this guy.
Yeah, I agree. I love this assassin. I love the fact that he's got the Scott Steiner juice running through the veins. Just a big fan. I remember when this comic came out and he got his back broken. I was very disappointed with the movie version of him. I'll just say that, but I'll give him an A.
Yeah, one last thing real quick. Like, when you have a iconic moment like breaking Batman's back, that's like with Doomsday killing Superman. Like, you can't be less than an A with that type of moment.
Right.
Yeah. So Knock, what you give an A?
Yeah, I think I have to.
All right. Well, I already know who's gonna be S by the end of this video, but I'm gonna give him the S just because
Okay.
I usually hate the villains who have the glowing red spot, but for some reason the Venom being like his weak spot is damn good. At some point he kicks the Venom and he's still just as badass. He's smart. He's one of Batman's top villains, so I respect that.
Yeah, you know what? I'll switch mine to S because it was a shame just having like someone who breaks Batman just come out of nowhere, kind of like Doomsday. But what they turned him into is so much more than just an assassin who's got the juice. Especially what they're doing with him now again too. They're making a smarter Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Next up, Black Mask. Are you guys familiar with Black Mask? I am not too familiar with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's another, like, I would classify him as like an entry level villain. He's like a tier above the mob bosses for Batman, like in his first year. He's like the real main guy. What's his name again?
Jimmy.
What's his real name? It's Sionis.
Sionis. Yeah. Sionis.
Yeah.
Only thing I hate.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I just hate how so Jimmy Falcone is on this list, I think, and that's all Sionis is Jimmy Falcone with a gimmick.
Yeah. He has some good moments, I think, like again in Batman Origins. You think he's a main villain, that he gets off by Joker. Another one in Red Hood, he was in there. Some of the comic stuff. I think he's okay. Just entry level villain. I'll put him at C.
Okay. And what did you give him, Eric?
Well, it depends. Yeah. Who's that next to Two-Face?
Tease.
Oh, is that Let me see.
To the right.
Oh, that's Ventriloquist.
Oh, okay. D.
Yeah. was he in the Harley Quinn movie? Was that?
That's what this picture is.
Right here.
It's Ewan McGregor. I haven't either.
Oh, right there. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't judge on that then. I don't know.
Yeah, he's just a cocky guy who, for some reason, melted a mask to his face. I don't have any good memories of him.
This is bad. There's a little more to him. I can't. Yeah.
We'll pop him right there for now.
Yeah, you can't compare him to Doom, man. So in that case, sure.
All right, next up we got Calendar Man. This man, if you want to foil his crimes, buy a calendar. That's pretty much it. Easy to work for Batman. I'll go
ahead and say it.
You go ahead. Just
F.
What? Oh. Listen, man, this guy, he made me go on my Xbox every holiday and go down to a prison in Arkham City just to hear his stories.
Yeah, I strayed away from it, Arkham City. That's why I know him from the Arkham games, but I'm not a fan. Look at that picture, man. Come on.
That's the new Post Malone tattoo right there.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Unless you guys got something else, I think I'm sticking with my F.
Eric, what are you giving him?
I honestly haven't read anything new about him in the comics, so I kind of want to give him a D. I'm more interested in him than I am in the mob boss. Like, there's something interesting about it.
I was
Is
gonna
he like
say,
a conspiracy theorist? Is that like his thing too?
well, he just does stuff based on like the calendar. I mean, like if it's Christmas, there'll be a crime. Or just,
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing to it. It's just. Here's a good one. Just read The Long Halloween. He's got a big part to play.
Okay.
Yeah.
And other than that, he's Calendar Man. So
Yeah.
I was gonna say C because of The Long Halloween, but then they'll even us all out with a nice D for Calendar Man.
Oh, man.
All right. Let's move on to Catwoman right here. Selena Kyle. I'm going to give her an A. I'm not going to give her an S class because a lot of her crimes are petty.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's a huge part of the comics. She's a huge part of Batman's life. I mean, they're married now. So I don't know. Eric, what do you give Catwoman?
Yeah.
Now go ahead, Knock.
Sorry, man. I keep interrupting. She's bigger than the comics, man. She's amazing. Her and Batman are intertwined. Every iteration of her is amazing. Yeah, Catwoman's greatest. A for me.
A. Okay.
I'll agree with that. Yeah, A. I can dig that. I don't think she's the strongest female of the Batman universe, but like in terms of development, but A.
Yeah, she's more smart than she is strong.
Yeah.
All right. Catwoman goes in the A. Next up, we got Clayface. Cool character. He can morph into stuff. He's made of clay. He's an actor, so he knows how to pull it off. You like this guy, Eric?
So I know you hate this show, but Harley Quinn, the cartoon,
Damn it.
they turned him into such a clown that it took away some points for me. But when you look back on it, the guy, like, he could be a truly terrifying villain if you use him right. Arkham, what was it? City used him perfectly.
Oh my gosh, the best.
I'm gonna give him a B.
A B? Okay.
Depends on the writer.
Yeah, that's a good point. Knock, what about you?
Yeah, I think his highest potential because he can turn to anybody is the B, but he does have his limitations. Arkham City did him the best, man, with that twist. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in the animated series, wasn't there 2 of them?
I don't remember. I just remember the really good episode about him wanting to like be an actor and then turning into Clayface and how tragic it was.
Yeah, because he was kind of like a tragic hero a bit, but there was another one who was a main villain in that same episode, I believe.
Oh man, I gotta go back and watch that.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but that's how I remember it. Yeah, at best, I think he's a B, but that's not a knock against him. He's really cool.
Yeah,
Right.
and I think the coolness is what gives him a nice B instead of a C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I forgot this guy's name already. His gimmick is clocks.
This,
Yeah, I can tell by his watch.
I think it was
But
Is it Clock?
King Clock?
That's what I think it is. Yes.
yes.
Oh, I'm
Clock
used
King.
to the. Okay,
Clock
I'm used. I expected to see like the giant clock on his head because of the Brave and the Bold, but that's interesting. Well, F.
Yeah. I mean, I can't remember this dude's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good start.
Knock, you agree, or you got some passion for this guy?
Yeah, I didn't watch Brave and the Bold, but I do remember him from the animated series, and he wasn't that good. I kind of hated his episode, so I'm gonna give him I'll give him an F also.
Time's up, Clock King.
He actually, I think about he was in Arrow also. They used him like 3 times in Arrow for whatever reason, and all 3 times were just eh.
Huh. Well, let's go to this one. This is kind of a really cool new one from the new 52. I put them all together. The Court of Owls. Talon, everybody right here.
Yes.
Knock, you like them?
Yeah, this is an S for me. I love the whole lore of how like they're underground in Gotham, controlling everything. They set a lot of stuff into motion, and in the iterations of them in the games, even in the Gotham, I thought was pretty cool. The Gotham TV show, so they're really well done.
Mm-hmm. Eric, you pretty familiar with them?
Somewhat. But I'll still give him an S. I'm very much looking forward to just Arkham Knight. What's it called? Gotham Knights.
I forget the name too. Yeah, Gotham Knights.
Yeah, that's what this pick right here is from.
They're gonna be a big part of it. There was something else, but yeah, they're great. I like the idea behind them, so I'll give them an S.
Mm-hmm. Knock, what did you give them?
S also.
Okay. I'm gonna too. The fact that they made really cool villains at the New 52, I got lost in a lot of stuff in the New 52, and then I immediately wanted to like get out of it because it didn't flow very well. The New 52 didn't know what it was doing, but I thought the Court of Owls was the best thing to come from it, and the fact that they're going to put it in a video game now and probably a movie soon too, that speaks volumes.
Did you see the animated movie that came out either this year or last year about them?
No, I did not. Is it good?
I've seen clips. It's pretty good. It's because they've started doing like this new kind of DC animated universe thing, and I think it's Batman, Nightwing, and Damian Wayne as Robin. So it's pretty cool.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely try to find that one. All right. Now, this is Harley Quinn. This is the Harley Quinn I like.
I guess the one we see at Halloween all the time.
Yeah, the one that people change after they leave their parents' house. Harley Quinn, introduced in Batman the Animated Series, was made for the show as a sidekick to Joker. I am a huge fan of that Harley Quinn. That Harley Quinn I rank way higher than that. What was that thing on HBO called? Oh, An Abortion. That cartoon.
Say what you will, but that ending wedding got me crying.
Well, Mr. Sensitive, what do you rate Harley Quinn as?
I'll give her an A. She's such a fucked up character. First of all,
Yes.
what was I gonna say? To the first Margot Robbie movie they had her in, she felt kind of sexualized, and I was like, no, that's not what Harley Quinn should be. She's kind of fucked up. This relationship is fucked up,
Oh.
not to be sexualized. So she's a deep character, and the fact that she came from a show and was so damn good, she had to be put in the comics. That's respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tara Strong came in and bodied this in the animated series. I do want to address Eric, man. Did you see the animated series of one of those shows where she seduced?
Yeah.
That one, and then she ended up with Deathstroke. You know, she's everywhere. She get around.
Yeah.
But still a great character, even though nowadays in the storyline she's not much of a villain anymore. I'll give her A for that reason. She's not really a true villain anymore, but she kind of should be. She's great. This evolution of her has been amazing.
Yeah. She should totally just be a villain. I don't think she should be anything. Plus, the most tweener thing she should be doing is Suicide Squad in the comics. I did read those in the New 52, so whatever incarnation of the Suicide Squad you're into, I think she was meant for that.
I will say also, Zach, you should definitely check out the Telltale Batman games, man. They make her really smart, and I think it's a cool iteration.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn, we'll definitely have to check it out. If you look here, these are all the Harley Quinns. Which is your favorite and least favorite?
Tara Strong's number one. I have to give it to her.
Hey, my favorite down on the bottom, almost to the right. HBO Harley Quinn. Yeah, I agree with Knock.
Yeah, I do love the Arkham City ones.
Oh yeah,
Telltale was good. I think it's the one on the right of the Lego one. That's the Telltale one.
Okay.
Is that one third row all the way to the right? I think that's like their anime samurai one. Which, if you have time to kill, go watch that. 'Cause it's fucking weird. Batman is a samurai.
Oh yeah, when he went to Japan. Yeah.
And Harley Quinn's in it?
Apparently so. I didn't watch it, but
all right, maybe I'll try to find it. All right, next up, the guy with a nice looking haircut, Hugo Strange. Knock, what do you give Hugo Strange?
I'm gonna give him a strong A. Definitely top of the class. This guy truly bothers me, man. I don't like this guy, but he's a heck of a villain, and the way he uses his mind, he really disturbs me. So A.
Okay, Eric, you agree?
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Being able to find out Bruce's identity or Batman's identity just by like no legwork, just common sense.
True. Yeah.
Oh man,
I'll agree. He's a solid A. He's really good. Man, I gotta go for him as Halloween. Or yeah, he's my next Halloween costume.
That would be cool.
All right. Next up, Hush. I don't know too much about Hush, so I can't really comment too much on him. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him.
Yeah. Do you know anything, Eric?
So all I really know is like so he was Bruce Wayne's friend as a kid. His parents died, and for some reason now he blames Bruce Wayne, so he wants his face or something and ruins his life. The story itself was pretty cool. So for that, I want to give it an A, just for that once, maybe an A. But besides that, I don't know what else.
All right, Knock.
I think his story was very, very iconic. It's a really good story. What Eric just said. I'm gonna give him an A. I'm gonna give him an A.
I'm putting him in a low A just because I can't think of anything else that pushes him up.
Yeah, I think just that great story when he was introduced pushes him there for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just know of the story. I haven't seen it or read it, but I haven't really noticed anything else.
So real quick, so his parents died because he tried to kill them and inherit their fortune.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know when he shows up, he just jumps straight into he starts fucking with Joker and everything. But I think they made the Hush movie in their animated movie. So I could be wrong. Maybe they didn't release it yet, but they either have it out or it's going to be out.
I think it is out because I think I saw it at a store once.
Okay.
All right, let's go into this one. This one
Was it Beatles?
you will like Sgt. Pepper. All right, this is James Gordon Jr. So he turned into, in my opinion, one of the most fascinating Batman villains. He's a big part of Batwoman's rogues gallery as well, for obvious reasons. But he turned into what James Gordon would definitely not want his son to turn into: a psychopath, a killer. It's poetic and like disturbing at the same time. I would love for movies to try to use him, but he's more for like if they made a TV show.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a great panel. That's a great image there. He seems cool.
Yeah, I mean, until he slits your throat, I will give him a B because he hasn't really caught on yet in the mainstream forms. I don't know where he could right yet because especially with the new movies coming out, you got to hit the greatest hits of villains first.
Right.
But I think this is a tragic and smart choice to make James Gordon's son into a psycho killer.
Yeah, that's really good. That's genius.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about him, so I don't know if I should put my vote in here but I like what I hear about him.
I'll agree with you, Zach. I'll trust
Okay.
you on that one.
All right. Yeah, definitely got to start catching up on the Batgirl stuff too with him. All right, next up is Mr. J. It's the Joker himself. Where do you guys see him? I mean,
especially if it's Mark Hamill, then it's S+.
Mark Hamill is the greatest Joker there is. He is my version of Joker. When I hear that voice, it takes me to it.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, I mean, this is the S. So many moments, man. So many iconic performances, moments, everything.
Seriously, yeah.
It's just fantastic. What a great foil for Batman. Do you subscribe to the theory that they both need each other? That's why they don't kill each other?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you have to.
100%.
I do too. There's a new story out now called The Three Jokers. It's a theory that there are three Jokers. There are three Jokers the whole time. I got to really get into it, but this is a still from that. So,
man.
I will say this: Jason Todd gets his revenge.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I was just gonna bring that up because I love the Red Hood story, especially the animated movie they did a few years ago.
Oh
yeah. That one I got. That was good. We'll get into Red Hood in a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it's Joker. He's the ultimate villain for Batman.
Definitely.
You like when they gave him dreadlocks in the Batman TV show?
You give him dreadlocks?
Yeah, in the Batman, right?
Yeah, the Batman. Yeah.
It
was a pretty dark. I liked the cartoon though. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, he was a good Joker. It was just a weird Joker.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on here. Killer Croc. He is. Man, this is a mid card guy right here.
Yep, that's a perfect explanation.
Even in the video game, man, like he's a presence, but he's still mid card. Not really the greatest boss fight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what the heck is that, man?
Yeah,
that's
From
the animated series.
That's the animated series, but yeah, it was terrible.
That's Killer Croc if you need your garbage taken out the middle of the night. Are we going C or D with Killer Croc?
C. He's a
I'm gonna give him a C.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah. I forgot how bad he looked in the Suicide Squad too.
Yeah, it was cool, but it wasn't Killer Croc. If it was like another movie, it was cool.
No.
All right. Next up is Kite Man. Eric, you're a big fan of that trash on HBO.
I thought that was Firefly for a second.
I honestly thought they made Kite Man from scratch for that show. I didn't realize that was a legit character. Whoever made him was on something, because that's a terrible. Did he do anything in the comics?
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Because I remember as a kid, I wasn't like the biggest fan of Vulture, but at least he didn't have a fucking kite on his back. That's an F.
I can't take someone seriously like this.
I can't either. He can fly the fuck out of here.
What does he do that's villainous?
I don't know. Blocks the sun for people with tan. I really don't know.
It's gonna be an F for me.
Okay. Kite Man. Bye.
There's a reason you haven't heard about him.
Yeah.
All right.
There are some obscure characters that actually kind of are okay.
Yeah. Like Dr. Pig.
We'll get to him in a second.
Yeah.
All right. I forgot this person's name. Lady Shiva.
That's not a version of Talia, is it?
This is Lady Shiva.
Yeah.
Oh, Shiva. Okay.
I'm not too familiar with her. I only remember her from the Nightfall series. She was in there for a little bit. She helped train bats a little bit. So I know her from like a comic book. I don't know her that well.
I feel like I only know her from one thing. I can't remember what that one thing is. So I might skip this one.
Same. I'm trying to look up her real quick.
Lady Shiva. Yeah, I can't remember anything about her. I know she
Her
can
story's pretty
hang
cool.
with bats.
Yeah, I know she's great at that.
Well, since we're not that familiar, should we just put her in the C column for now?
Yeah.
We'll put her.
Yeah,
we'll
we
put
can
her
drop
in
her down there.
put her in the B column just in case someone really likes her.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is the Mad Hatter, Jervis. Jervis, a neuroscientist who uses hypnotic skills for mesmerizing victims and thinks he's the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. I like him, but I like him in a comic booky way, not as a bad villain.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Did you guys see the Gotham interpretation of him?
Nah.
Yes.
It was a little more serious, but I enjoyed that interpretation. He's definitely not like a take over the world type villain, but I think I'll give him a low end of the B. He has had some good moments.
Yeah. Same theoric or
I get a low B.
yeah.
That's the highest he could possibly be.
Yeah. He's more of a pain in your ass kind of villain. Like, God, I was the day like he's ruined now because you got to deal with this guy.
Yeah.
All right, Mad Hatter sticking with a B. Let's go with Man Bat here. Scientist turned into half man, half bat.
Sorry, I don't know why I say that description is maybe like half man, half bat.
Yeah.
Some writer, like some of the armies was like, "Hey guys, we haven't done it yet. We're all thinking it. We gotta switch him to Man Bat. We gotta fucking do it."
Yeah.
It's very like
man, that's
1950s.
fucking gross, though. This
Like,
guy's
horror
creepy.
thing.
Right.
Yeah.
D above Calendar Man.
Okay, I was gonna say C
Yeah,
because
I
it's
think
kind of
so,
like
too.
Killer Croc.
I can't.
Oh, such a bad.
Yeah, I could. That's not a good look.
Yeah.
I think
you guys don't like the animated
games,
series,
too.
man.
I remember him from there.
My memory must be real bad. I could live with C. He's
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, this is put him there.
All right, Man Bat. Now let's go with Mr. Freeze.
He's at least creepy, at least, I guess.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Knock, you like Mr. Freeze?
I love Mr. Freeze, actually. Great story. He's a villain with like some redeemable qualities, with the trying to save his wife and stuff. I'm not too sure about any newer stories with him. I just know like the typical ones you hear about.
Mhm.
I love them in the video game. I love them in the animated series. A lot of iterations of him. I'm gonna give him an A though. I think an A is fun.
Yeah, I'll actually agree with you. He's a very comic booky guy, but he has that little past with his wife that makes him a little deeper, and it makes him more willing to just kill.
Yeah. I'm fine with him being A. I'm gonna say S though, just because I didn't realize how many Freeze villains there were in DC until Injustice 2 and Robot Chicken pointed out. But Also, Dr. Freeze, the man has a PhD. Let's put some respect on his name. Um, he's a damn good villain. I like him. I hope the next few like versions of him just have his wife die. Like a lot of them just been like his wife is in stasis. I've seen a lot lately. Just have her die and then go full villain.
What do you mean like freeze villains? Like like
him,
Captain Cold
Captain
and all
Cold.
those people? I've seen a ton in DC.
Oh no, there was a whole episode of Young Justice where every freeze villain was like, it was like the first episode, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's a ton in DC.
All right. So
But
Eric
he's
says
the one that stands out.
Yeah, Eric says S, you say knock.
I'm gonna go A.
Okay. I'll go A too. Everybody chill. That is so fucking like ridiculous. If you go back and just watch his one-liners in that movie, there's like no, it's like Mr. Freeze needed redemption from other versions of Mr. Freeze. Like I did all this work and you ruined it. Now I got to come back and try to be cool again.
Oh god.
But yeah, the stuff with the wife is that's a really good touch with that character.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, it's the Penguin. Eric, what are your thoughts on the Penguin?
I hate the Penguin. I think so I know for some reason we accept that he's like an upper echelon villain, but like I'm more afraid of Black Mask than him. Like at least Black Mask can punch me or something. The Penguin is just like this short dude with an umbrella. The versions with the umbrella is like cartoonish. I have more fun with, but regular small ass, skinny ass, or penguin ass, I don't know. He's an ass. I just don't like him. So I get that he's upper, but I'm gonna say C. Someone needs to put him where he belongs.
Knox, you like Penguin? You scared of this guy?
Yeah. Of course not, but I don't know, man. I he definitely is one of like the main villains in Batman, but I feel like if he's on the screen, he has an episode, I kind of want to see someone else. Yeah. So I agree with that. He doesn't really do much. I'll give him a B though. I gotta give some type of respect here.
I'll go with the B too. The only thing he has going for him, one is when I was a kid and he had all those goofy ass umbrellas, and it was like fun because it was like comic booky.
Right.
And then the only thing that redeemed him now is making him a crime boss. It's just like you turned him into the Godfather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of, but I mean, he's just been around for so long, and I love Danny DeVito's version.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I see where Eric's coming from. Like this guy is not the upper echelon people say he is. Like I think everyone in this list would run through him.
Anytime he and Batman are in the same screen or in the same panel, I'm just like, well, you're dead. You're not gonna fucking do anything.
Yeah.
All right. Have you guys seen this movie?
Oh, of course, man. Yes. Come on.
Okay. I have not seen this movie. So this is Phantasm.
Yes.
I didn't go to see it in the theater. And then by the time it got onto VHS, I had the ending spoiled for me. Not like it's a big deal, but man. Like it was just like I knew that was kind of like a big thing for it. So that's why I've never seen the movie.
That kind of is a big deal. Yeah.
So I won't say anything on the show here, but that is my experience with this character, so I don't really have a spot to rank this character.
Definitely not an S, only because the character's actually not a real villain, I don't think. But the movie's an iconic movie. I'm gonna give it an A.
Okay. Eric?
So thankfully I got to see it because AMC around here does a showing of it every once in a while. But I'll agree with Knock. I'll give it an A. It's a damn good villain.
Okay.
Or not villain, but damn good character.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. I'll try to check that out soon. All right. Next up, Poison Ivy. Pretty classic character and a pretty simple, like kind of an older version of a way to create a villain. You give it a gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to put her in the B category, just because she's a really good character. It's just as a villain, I feel like she's not that threatening. Like if you left her alone, she may hurt people, but she's not gonna like take over the world.
Yeah. It's more like an eco-terrorist.
Beg to differ, man. Some of those plants she has with those pores, man, it gets into you, controls your whole body. I don't know. I think some of the times when like she was really strong, whether it was like the show or the video games, she kind of like lost because of plot. I felt like there's no real reason she should have lost. It was just a plot. But I think definitely I'll put her in a high B, but she could be a low A person.
Yeah, I think she definitely has A potential. She definitely do that. Her Arkham Knight was like her appearance in that was great. I loved her in that. Like her way she went out was great.
Nice. All right, high B above Clayface there. Professor Pig. Another kind of like new 52 kind of villain. Man, I'm mixed on this character because I like Professor Pig, but also it's so corny and tropey.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys rank first, but I'm leaning towards C or D.
I wish he would get used more. So for that, I think I'm gonna say a high D. I think he doesn't get used as much.
Okay.
There was a more recent cartoon where he was the main villain. I don't know how long it lasted.
It was
he was the
Beware the Batman, I think.
Okay, yeah. He was the main villain for that one. I remember from the Arkham games. I think he might have been in Gotham also. I'll give him a C. I kind of like some of the stuff he does. You know, being a serial killer he is, but he's nothing major. I think C is fine.
Okay.
I'll agree with that. I'll go to C.
Okay, we'll put him above Man Bat. All right, Eric.
Keep on thinking this is Doctor Strange and then the Mandarin. Who is this? Razel
Come on, man.
Thank you.
Razel Ghoul. What do you say? Do you say Raish or Raz? I go Raz.
I don't know why I go Raish. I don't know where I heard that from.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they say it both ways in the show.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, great, cool character. Automatically, I think I'm gonna give him an A. Train Batman, fucked up Green Arrow on CW.
Threw him off a mountain. I love that. That's the best part of the show.
Yeah.
Did he really threw him off a mountain?
Yeah. Stabbed him and then threw him off.
He technically killed him. Listen, the show's been out for years, so spoilers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
But yeah, I'll give him an A. Right, the Lazarus Pit. Actually, I'm gonna give him an S because I love the Lazarus Pit.
Okay, thank you. Put some respect to this man's name, man. This is an S class. I'm gonna go and let you guys know right now. This is my pick for S class. He's the ultimate villain. He's above Joker for me.
Damn.
He would run Joker's fade. This man controls the League of Shadows, League of Assassins, whatever you want to call him. He runs the world. He can come back. He's been just massacring people for years. You know, I don't really like the Liam Neeson interpretation or that other guy in the CW. I don't know why they picked this dude to play a Middle Eastern guy. But Razel Ghoul is the ultimate dude. He trained Batman, ultimate martial artist, has Talia on his side. He's been trying to bring Batman into the fold. Man, that is the villain, trying to sway him to his side, not just blowing stuff up, you know. I love Raz. He's my favorite.
He is good, and considering the fact that you got Talia, and then you have Damian through that, man, he's like a huge part of Batman's life. I don't even like that. That is a good argument against Joker. That is a very good argument. Let's go to the next one. Knock Red Hood.
Oh, there's another one actually. Do you think he's a tweener? Do you think he's in between? Do you think he's a full-blown heel now? He's had his moments. He's brutalizing people.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. Like he is part of the
I
Bat
like
family
that
now.
though. Yeah.
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 From what I read,
I think
so like, from what I read before the three Jokers, he was like more tweener, but I think now he's starting to go back towards the dark side.
Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna put him top of the A. He's top
Oh.
A for me.
Okay. That's a lot higher than I would have put him.
Yeah.
I don't blame if you put him lower. I like this whole story, man.
I never really saw him as a villain. I think
It's
that's
the
my
big
problem.
one for me. And I think that's why I didn't want to put him in S, because I don't think he's a true villain.
Mm-hmm.
Just another tragic hero who,
Who people just voted to die.
That
you
was
see, you guys see the-
hilarious.
Batman Beyond.
Did they have him in Batman Beyond?
Did they?
Batman Beyond, the Return of the Joker. They had Tim Drake kind of in that similar story instead of Jason Todd.
Yeah.
But he actually became like a Joker instead of a Red Hood.
Right.
No, Eric, that is so damn hilarious that they had fans vote if they should kill him off or not, and then they voted yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was so strange. I never thought.
I wonder if they anticipated that.
Right.
Man.
You go ahead, Zach. I don't know where to put him.
I'll say shit. I'll say C as a villain because it's like he did his thing and then he kind of became part of the Bat family. But maybe now that if he goes back to being a villain, but I see him more as a member of the Bat family now.
Yeah, I'll agree with that because I think he even like joins a few like the minor superhero teams. He starts using like non-lethal bullets.
Well, that's
So,
no fun.
Yeah, he turns kind of good, but also
It's like the Punisher going soft.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
There was, for anyone who loves Death Battle, there was him versus somebody from Winter Soldier. Him versus Winter Soldier on Death Battle, which I definitely recommend checking out.
Nice.
Ooh. I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, live action.
All right, next up we have the Riddler.
Maybe you know his Zach. What's the guy's name? The actor from Frank something from the 70s show or the Adam West show. But he played one of the Riddlers and he sang a song for it, and that's always maybe the best Riddler to me. A Riddler who embraces how corny and cartoony he is and sings a song about stupid riddles.
Was it the one who was the dad in the Addams Family?
Was it? I could see it. I'm gonna look it up by this video, but maybe it was. Because I think like three different actors played Riddler in that show, but either be cartoony or I think the Arkham games kind of did good by him, but I can't put him anywhere higher than a B.
They did.
Yeah.
Oh, Frank Gorshin.
I don't think so either.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
I hated that Riddler.
Yeah. I wasn't too high on it.
No, it was, I don't know. It was Jim Carrey as a Batman villain.
Yeah. Which when his stock was high and everybody just wanted Jim Carrey to be Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There he is.
I just like, I don't know. It's like a blatant play on the Joker, obviously. Like him and the Flash's villain, Trickster. It's like, it's gotta be the Joker.
So much so Hamill voiced Trickster.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the Riddler. It's just characters like this and Calendar Man. Like, I feel like they just want to be caught.
Yeah. They want you to beat you. They want you to beat them.
Right. Like, I feel like, not to insult Batman as a detective, but he just takes a long time deciphering these riddles where he could just pick up his phone, call Wonder Woman, and be like, hey, can you go wrap your magic lasso around the Riddler so I don't have to spend 2 fucking weeks trying to figure out where the bomb is?
Right.
Batman got too much pride for that.
So where are we gonna put this guy? What do you guys give him?
I say B.
B?
Yeah, I think the Arkham games might have redeemed him for me to put him in a B.
True. He was very good in those Arkham games. Like that's where the Riddler really is like. I don't know. The people who did those games really know the strengths and weaknesses of these characters. So gotta give him credit.
I love how by the end everybody knows Batman's identity, but Riddler refuses to accept it.
All right, let's go with this guy, the Scarecrow. It's such a cool concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is very comic booky, but I think that's what I like about it. But like his nerve gas and everything like that, like I could see someone actually trying to do that.
Right.
I'll give him a C though, because I mean, I don't know. Like keep your distance and throw a batarang at him, and then you're fine.
Yeah. I hated the explanation they gave in Arkham Knight, where it's like, nope, gas masks don't work on this gas. Sorry, folks. And it's like, well, that's just cheating. That's just plot. Yeah, I think a C is good. I never got to read. I think at one point he gets like a Yellow Lantern ring, which if he got that and he still hasn't done anything great, then you're not destined to be great. You get a C.
Well, that's a shame. That's like a really cool storyline to see. That's like when you seen Batman get the Green Lantern ring.
Right.
Oh man. I think this is another character where there's multiple iterations of him. I think there's like a dad and a son who played the same person. I think C at best for me. He has some interesting powers with his fear toxins and whatnot, but C. I haven't seen too much craziness from him.
Yeah. Next up, Solomon Grundy. He's kind of like he's a lot of people's villain. So he's like a zombie redneck, but still has a lot of muscle mass.
Yeah, and gets stronger every time he reincarnates. He's the Hulk. He's a Hulk zombie.
Okay.
What's this thing? Born on a Wednesday, dead on a Sunday, something
born on a Monday. Wait, Solomon Grundy. Born on Monday, christened on Tuesday, dead on Wednesday, buried on Thursday, something on Friday. That's the end of Solomon Grundy. I don't know. It's something.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, I don't want to say he's like a upper mid Carter. Maybe yeah, he doesn't do anything special. If you want muscle, you have Bane.
Yeah.
He's like really scary. I wouldn't want to like. He's one of those villains I wouldn't want to meet in real life, but he's just also someone like I don't think Batman is going to have a hard time with.
Yeah. Like if you want a cheap like
not at all.
moment. Sorry, Doc.
Yeah. You're good. Not at all. There's some moments where he's not really a villain per se. He just like he's just dumb. So like if someone's controlling him, he'll do what they say pretty much. But he does have a soft side to him a bit.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of one of those type.
Yeah. Justice League Unlimited did a beautiful story with him, and then they ruined it by bringing him back. But
I grew up with super friend Solomon Grundy. He was in the Legion of Doom, and he was just Solomon Grundy. Cold, turn heat up. Like he was very like simple and dumb, but
right.
Yeah, definitely inspired by Frankenstein. I can see here.
Yeah. All right, what were the grades for this guy?
I'm gonna go ahead and throw him in a C.
Yeah.
Low C.
Low C.
But right, Eric in Justice League, he got like really, really strong in that one episode, I believe.
Yeah, and for some reason, only way to like break a curse is for him to die. So Hawkwoman has to like comfort him and like kind of get religious with him and then kill him.
Oh, I remember. Yeah. Speaking of Hawkgirl, on a quick side note, my boy John Stewart, GL in Justice League, he's the guy, man. Oh, he inspired me, man. He's just out here doing things. Hawkgirl and whatchamacallit, Vixen. Come on.
Yeah. Man, I can't lie. When I saw him appear in Stack Shock, I was like, damn, this dude he's the Green Lantern. Forget Hal Jordan.
Yeah. That's the bad.
So Solomon Grundy got kind of a tooling, kind of how Bane did, but I feel like Bane got like a main event retooling, and Solomon Grundy just got repackaged.
Yeah.
All right. Well, next up we go to Talia Al Ghul.
Oh man.
This is like on the level of Catwoman toughness to grade, just because of the romances and the friendship part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to give her an F for bringing Damian Wayne into the world. I hate that character so much.
I love the idea of Damian Wayne. I think it's genius. I just don't think the execution has been what it could be.
Yeah.
Like, I remember reading the comics when he first got introduced, and I'm like, well, this is I'm like insane. Someone needs to choke this child.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh man, just
I don't
like,
know.
She's
Eric,
excellent though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough because I feel like at some point, I feel like they just wanted to do like a whole Damien and Dick Grayson type thing where like one's the adopted son and one's the actual son. So let's find some way to make this happen.
Mm-hmm.
But as a character herself, she's great. She cares for bats, wants him in the League of Shadows. I think I'm gonna say A. If Catwoman's an A, I'm going to put her in A too.
Yeah, I have to put her in A also. I think everyone in the A column, she would fade it instantly. That's the thing. She actually cares about Batman. She does try to manipulate him and twist things, but she generally does. And that's the only thing keeping her on the good side is that connection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's a great character, really great.
Yeah, she is. Just and that's another reason why like you putting Raj up there in S class is just it's gonna be hard to argue that against Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Two-Face, Harvey Dent. Man, this is I don't know. I don't know how to rate him. Do you guys?
Yeah. I don't think he should work as well as he does. I think his gimmick is gimmicky, but I think somehow they've made it work. Make the writing, I don't know. I guess a B. When you do him right, he's great. When you don't, he's boring.
Mm-hmm. Billy D. Williams he played Harvey Dent in Tim Burton's first Batman movie. It was rumored that he was going to turn into Two-Face. We just didn't get there because of the Schumacher movies and WB and Tim Burton not making any more together. So I was really excited to see that, but we didn't get it. We got this.
Actually, we did. First Lego movie. He gets to play Two-Face.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm watching that then. This Two-Face was a fucking mess. It was like him trying to do Jim Carrey as Two-Face in front of Jim Carrey.
Yeah. For some reason, every now and then I get like an article that says like wow, I can't fucking talk today. Jim Carrey had like heat on the set. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to outdo each other.
I see those too. Knock, what do you give Two-Face? Because it's like this performance right here that makes me think Two-Face is damn good. And then
that's what's making me hold on to him. If I have Penguin in B, I think I got to put him in B. But he really is kind of glorified opening round villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not the end game.
True. That's a good point.
He just gets beat so easily, man. In all these iterations I've seen.
Has he ever just like fought Batman and like flips the coin? He's like, oh shit, I'm sorry, Bats, I gotta go home now. You live.
He did in the there's I think an episode of the animated series. Like, all right, you're either gonna die or you get to go free. Or it was like really basic. And even as a kid, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I will say this, Telltale did a very nice job they did a good job with him in the Batman Telltale games. He's like your best friend, and you wish you could stop him from turning into Two-Face, but either way he does.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I highly recommend those games. They have some interesting storylines.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to someone not too interesting. The ventriloquist. I'm.
This is gonna be another F for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, he has a fucking ventriloquist dummy, and it shoots bullets, and I don't get it.
Yeah. So if you cut off his hand, he's just a normal
I
guy.
I think there could be an interesting take on this, but this ain't it from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And like, I don't really mind the whole like, is the doll real or is the guy crazy or like what it is? It's just like he's one of the reasons why I think Batman should just maybe kill someone and just be done with them for good.
Yeah. Or most so, I feel like if Batman can't stop this particular villain, then he needs to look in the mirror and be like, maybe I should let the cops handle this from now on.
Yeah, it makes me suspend, or it's hard to suspend his belief, when he has people like this and he's struggling.
Right. Again, keep your distance, one battering, and go enjoy a Coke and a smile. All right, let's get into Victor Zsasz, the serial killer. He's marking his body with every kill. Man, this is a psycho person.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to say, including Penguin and probably Two-Face, I think he's my favorite, like, just regular. I don't have a super weapon or a super gimmick type thing. Like, just regular person who's just crazy. Like, there's something interesting about him.
Yeah.
So for that, I want to put him in B, but I'll say a high C.
High C. Okay, what you knock?
Yeah, I'm gonna go high C also because he is interesting. He has some stuff about him that separates him from the other regular type villains, but he's another entry level villain for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the Gordon kid is a better version of this.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. You're right. Just from what you told us about him.
All right, well, that is our list. Now it is time to take down all those S's here. Let's see. We got Bane, the Court of Owls, Joker, and Razel Al Ghul. So I guess we each get one vote. Who wants to vote for Bane?
Yeah.
Back down to A with him.
I'm sorry, Ben.
Hi, Bane.
Back in the darkness.
Court of Owls.
Same to them. Back in the darkness.
All right. All right. Who's voting for Joker?
Right here. There
Yeah,
is
if you
no
guys vote for Joker,
Batman.
I completely understand.
Yeah. There's no Batman without Joker.
I
Killing
gotta
joke.
agree. I gotta agree. It's got to be Joker.
All right, it's definitely gonna be Joker. I'm throwing my vote to Roz because it's fine, but I don't argue. I don't disagree with you guys.
Yeah.
Yep. The yin to the yang, Joker and Batman.
Exactly.
All right. Well, that is our list. Hopefully you guys had a lot of fun listening to this. Leave comments. Who do you think is the best? Who do you think is the worst? Who did we leave off? Also, tell us some comics to read from these people so we can get to know them a little bit more, and also recommend any more Batman villains that we need to check out. Otherwise, we are West Coast Popcast, and make sure to check out all of the stuff we got coming up here. We have anything coming up soon?
I'll be defending my belt this week, Survivor Series.
Losing his belt.
That's right. We got a predictions video coming up for Survivor Series. Of course, we got the podcast every Monday. Make sure to listen to that. Like, subscribe, share, and definitely subscribe because we do have a big giveaway coming up that I'm sure you want to win. We got really cool prizes for it, so make sure to subscribe. Otherwise, we are West Coast Popcast. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great week.
Peace out.